Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. In today's video I'm going to be trying out Meli and Gelda together on SKOLL and HATI. Mainly because I want to test them both out in like separate videos, but no, I might as well just combine them because they can both be used on the same team, so why not? I'm also using red Estarossa over blue because the left dog is completely immune to darkness. That means, well, half the time, because both dogs are out half the time, darkness is useless, so I decided to go for red Estarossa, in which most people will benefit from, apart from Meli, which is completely fine, because Meli is doing pretty well anyway. I could have used green Chandler, but the problem is with green Chandler, it doesn't really do much without debuffs. You get a 40% PS rate boost, you get a 40% HP boost, because it's got 4 people on the field. I do technically lower its crit chance and crit damage by a decent chunk, and then I get a 50% crit chance boost, but I don't think any of that is really necessary, and for like it's just kind of boring. I want to go for another DPS. So for gear wise, we'll go over gear. We have attack crit Estarossa, which is standard attack crit rolls. Not the best gear, but it's gear. HP defense Gelda with auto HP defense gear, no lifesteal rolls, but we do have Geldas' Link to make up for the missing lifesteal. We have Geldas or Demon King with HP defense gear, and we've got, of course, Meli with HP defense. You can change these pieces for pierce rate substat rolls, but I'm just sticking with my normal gear because I don't think it's necessarily worth switching out. And then for card set, of course, using anti-freeze, we're not going to be frozen. Links don't really matter too much. We don't really take too much damage given my L to Meli, because once again, Meli's HP base, so I might as well just give him that, increases damage some more. Gave Thor to Demon King. Thor is the high CC character in the game, so it just only helps our Demon King some more. Lifesteal Link, so Geldas gives Lifesteal to Gelda, and this applies before the battle starts, so technically I do get an additional 6% basic stats using this. It means I don't have to put as many Lifesteal rolls into her. And then Red Tarmilla on Estarossa as well, just to make sure you can bulk a little bit more. He's the only attack crit character on this team. Let's get on with it. Here we go. As of making this video, we still had no hints and or leaks about the LR. Even if there is an LR tomorrow, they may be trying to delay it, possibly until next week to match with the new Easton we're going to get. Maybe this character is maybe not broken, but a little bit more exclusive on banners, so they want to bring him back with a banner, even though it's stopped them in the past, but sometimes they like to change their mind on their marble. Okay, First skill we're always going to play is going to be this skill because it does damage based on the remaining HP, so always going to get the most damage out of that turn 1. I'll waste these, and I'll just waste this as well. Hope this AoE damage is pretty decent. Did 30%, which is good. Let Estarossa get a little bit of chip damage in. Estarossa's debuff does apply, but only applies for like a single phase, basically whatever phase he loses the buffs on, they will have, I believe, a 15% all stat lower, which will be pretty handy for the team, but it'll only be handy for that phase. Meli does have taunt turn 1, so that's pretty useful. And the fact that Meli doesn't actually have to take damage, as long as they just hit Meli, he technically gets the rampage stacks. Now we should have rampage. There we go. Our lifesteal was pretty low, but Meli's just been given that, so we should be able to just do this. I'll merge that. I'll merge that. I'll move going full Geldas ult. Thank you, Meli. Good damage. Decent lifesteal. I'm not sure if Gelda should actually be maxed out or not at the moment. How's she looking? She's nearly maxed out. Okay, that's good. So let me max her out, and then we'll play these two, this one, and I'll play Meli's skill as well, just in case. It is all stat lowered by Estarossa as well, which is a lovely 15%, which is good. This should do max damage at the moment. There we go. Really good. This is why her damage is so consistent. It's because it does damage based on the blood clot thing. Her blood clot build up, which is crazy. And now on to this, which is the final phase. You should just be able to one tap it really with Gelda. We can be debuffed, which is slightly sad, but it is what it is. Absolutely nothing. And then we do this. I think if it somehow survives, I'll just hit it with Meli. I don't think it's really going to live after that. We've got an insane HP boost. I think Gelda's just going to nuke it. Ooh, she didn't. That is fine, to be honest. It's not really her fault for not nuking it. Once again, her ultimate isn't the most powerful thing, and it is actually quite capped. Her damage is actually quite capped. Solely because HP based and HP based characters... Well, no, she's not really HP based, but she is to a degree as well. Anyway, now on to the second floor. Here we are now on to floor 2, which should also be very, very, very easy. Gelda's good. Once again, she is slightly limited by the fact that her skills either do damage based on her accumulated damage, accumulated lifesteal, or the enemy's remaining HP, which are not the two best things to have multipliers on. I'm not going to lie, it means her damage is quite capped, even though the fact technically she could just get infinite attack, because technically she is an attack-based character. Yeah, it's quite limited, which is quite sad, but she's still really good. Damage consistency is crazy. There you go. The damage isn't bad, it's good. Consistency is something that is very rare to find with some characters. Like Demon King, for example, basically no consistency. Without shield he surrenders, when he's got his buffs, he's like insanely broken, and his skill does sort of require him to have the buff, which in normal PvP is kind of hard to get. Meli's doing melee things over here. Always such a useful character. Just tanks the hits for me, and then I can just waste these skills. I'll play this just in case. That should kill anyway. And if not, I will just merge. Hopefully we do get enough lifesteal here to max out Geldas' passive. I don't think we will, but maybe. 247. Don't know if we got enough there. I don't think we did. We did. Okay, so now Gelda can properly just start hitting really, really, really hard, which is what I want. I'm okay with these skills merging. I just want to kill this phase ASAP because I don't really like this phase. Mainly because the dog on the left can just debuff you crazy. You know, freeze, which is irritating. Freeze does have to deal damage to you. If it hits the shield, it won't freeze you. But it's still an irritating thing to go through. Thank you, Demon King, for doing normal damage for a change. Cool. Now it's probably going to freeze Gelda, isn't it? Because I got skills for her. That was very scary. That was a lot closer than what I thought. We should just be able to nuke it here. So I play this skill first because it does damage based on remaining HP. So this should actually nearly do damage cap. There we go. Boop. And then 2 more of these and they should die. Doesn't matter if it crits or if it does or does not crit because of this. There you go. Done. She's very good. AoE consistency is crazy. Which is good to see in bosses like this. In bosses like Rat, it can be a little bit of a pain sometimes because you don't really always want insane AoE damage. Sometimes it can actually screw up the run. Even with like the best team, which is King and Diane, sometimes I still screw up runs because they just do too much damage. The damage is good. It's consistent. Meli sort of requires you to take damage. I think he would perform better on a demonic beast that isn't, I guess, as easy. Like Nidhogg and higher are the ones that I would consider like, Meli would probably be better on. Anything below that, because he doesn't take enough damage, or he can't really play enough skills because everyone else just nukes it too quickly, it's hard to tell how good he really is. But I feel like he's okay. Like I feel like for Rat is where he will really shine. I will try him out on Rat, definitely. Anyway, now on to floor 3. Here we are, now on to floor 3, which should be as easy as the previous floors, if not even easier, because that's just how it is sometimes. We just deal with the immediate ignite spam, which isn't too good. We don't really have any debuff immunity apart from Estarosa's actual buffs, but that's not really debuff immunity. We'll keep this on us just in case we do have to stall a little bit and remove buffs, even though I highly doubt we will, but just in case. I do sort of need Estarosa to get his buffs so he can start dealing quite decent damage. He's providing attack for the team, which is pretty handy, especially for Estarosa, Demon King, and Gelda, who is technically attack-based as well. Yep, very on and off, thank you, Demon King. Without his shield, he is pretty mediocre, without his shield buff. That's fine. Team's tanking really well. There we go, got Rampage now as well. We've got the Demon King stack, so I can actually do damage with Demon King now. That should kill. And then I will just... I don't know, I'll probably just move Gelda, really. I was tough between moving either Gelda or Demon King. Like a Demon King. So when he gets those buffs, he's actually really good, but he just needs the buffs, which is kind of hard to get sometimes. Yeah, Demon King's been frozen, so that's not really too sad, to be honest with you. I'm just going to do this. Why not? So how good he is. So every time he attacks, he's basically going to get more health because of his passive, so... He's going to do slightly more damage every single hit. We're not going to kill, but we'll leave it low-ish. The damage is very consistent. I thought this thing eats buffs. Is forced to attack Meli, which is really good. I do like the fact he can do that. I know it's only one target, but it's still actually very useful. It means I can sort of force him to freeze him. Also, I didn't realise Rampage is actually a grey effect. I actually thought it was blue for some reason. We'll kill the Estarossa, because Estarossa is going to do quite a bit of damage, because it is marked. And then I'll just throw this out there. And then I guess move Demon King for Demon King's ult. I can get Demon King's ultimate, and then just move like that. I just did exactly what I didn't want to do, and that's merge the skills, but it is what it is. Demon King doesn't lose the ult gauge because it's attached to the left dog. If you kill that dog, you remove all the negative effects. Geldas gonna get frozen? Okay, Estarossa got frozen. I am completely okay with that. Doesn't matter which one I use, it's basically do the same damage anyway. So we'll do this. He's also lost his stacks now, which isn't too good. And we'll do this. Hopefully this should kill, or at least take them very low. That's what I'd like to hope. Very consistent damage. Demon King. Not that good, I'm not going to lie. Yeah, we makes up for it because now he's got the buffs. If he didn't have the buffs, he wouldn't be able to do that. Thank you, Gelda. Like, that's what I said, her damage is so consistent, it's just... it can't peak above that consistency. And I know it's not a bad thing, because it's how she was designed sort of thing, and my guess is they have some sort of... you know, if there's some crazy thing, a crazy new enemy that's got like insane amount of health, whether that be, you know, PvP or PvE, she can do something based on remaining HP, which is crazy, and it means that on bosses like Rat, especially on phase, floor 2, phase 3, where it's got 25 million health, she can do some incredible damage, sort of like what Melon was able to do. But anyway, that's it. Thank you for watching this video. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.